Hello, my beautiful souls, my bright stars in the night sky. You are watching Tenebrisgate, and I am your host, Ten. So today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about angel numbers, and I'm going to use two different ones as an example of divining meaning from them. Over time, you actually do develop a personal relationship with specific angel numbers. And in general, you just get a better sense of what they mean. But it's good to always do your research, like look it up online just to confirm a couple things. But so I saw something really odd. I remember something. Okay, this is my personal example, right? I was watching something really brief online, and remember, was it his name Mr. Bean or something? It was like this old show, and he's just this goofy character. He's hilarious, but I never had the balls to really watch it fully because something about it made me super uncomfortable, like that level of like sheer silliness. And so he's holding like a ticket, right? And it's 9/1/19, and they're calling for a number. They're saying 6/16, 6/16. This is the lucky number. You've won your number. This is you. And he's like, puts it on the train or whatever. Like, just throws away, thinking not much of it, because he thinks like he's not lucky. And then I think he has this aha moment because the number, like that person hasn't come up to claim their ticket, their winnings, because he had it upside down. He was 6/16. He wasn't 9/19. And we're also going to talk about the number 69. I'm going to make sure I write them down as a note, because I think it's really relevant, that number. But let's kind of quickly talk about 9/19. It's usually about end of cycles, new beginnings, positive opportunities, like go of what no longer serves you, embracing transformation. And then 6/16, you need to have a balance between your spiritual and your material worlds, fostering harmony, well-being in daily life and relationships, addressing imbalances, and taking action towards positive changes. But for me, like, yes, I believe in this stuff, but like, something about the luckiness of you can change that number upside down at any given moment. It's kind of like wild, right? Like, to me, it says you are 9/19 and 6/16 all at the same time. Like, those are both your numbers. But the luckiest of the numbers is 6/16, which is a number for me about the home, the hearth, Aphrodite, love, self-love. And the fact that these two numbers are so relevant and important together, 69, to me, like, if you look, let me see if I can pull that number so you can see it a little bit. So, can you get an image of it? I'm so sorry if you can't. But I want you, maybe you write down that number. Write it down and look at it. And if you look at the number 69, the 6, so the little circle is on the bottom. So circle, the completion is at the bottom. So we have to be grounded, right? To connect to our highest purpose. And because they're intertouching, they're going towards the center, that means we do have to kind of be aware of ourselves. We have to connect to the internal world to be grounded and connect to self-love and to our highest purpose. If it was 96, the meaning drastically shifts. But because he's talking about, like the great source was talking about 9/19 switching to 6/16, we could actually, let's flip it over to now 96. I want you to write that down. 96, right? Now look at the numbers. They're shifted completely, right? Technically, if you do the math, they're the same number, really, right? In terms of angel energy frequencies. But 9 is first. But the circle is facing away from the center. So that tells me that our highest purpose has to come first, and it's connected to the external world. It's connected to other people, or how we are interconnected to the outside world somehow. It doesn't mean that we can't find love and grace and harmony from the internal world, but I think that it's not really about that. I think that from what I can sense and glean from these two numbers, it is really time to let go of an old cycle. It really is. You do need to be open and receptive to a new beginning, and some weird reason it's telling me like it's okay to not totally worry about what other people are thinking about you. Like, in order for you to really shine, you do have to love yourself, and you do have to be okay with not worrying about what they're going to say about you, like how you look, how you talk, you know. You do, and if we look at 996, I feel like they already have that internal balance already, because if you're going to connect to the world, you already have it. I'm sorry if I'm kind of like going all over the place a little bit, but a lot of kind of like how I channel messages from angel numbers is I kind of like try to feel it out, and then sometimes I might shift and I'm like, okay, well maybe that really wasn't it. Maybe like what's going on here is this, and I come to a conclusion. Because like, let's say for example, you saw these numbers a lot frequently in your world. I would, sometimes the frequency really does matter. The amount of times you see a number over and over and over, it does really matter. And when I see a frequency of number, I really try to be aware of that and pay attention to it. So if you end up seeing, for some weird reason, these kind of numbers, whether it's 919, 616, 69, 96, for some weird reason I'm more leaning towards 69. For some weird reason my brain's like, it's going like, no, it's not 96, it's no. So we're gonna cross that up, because with sources saying like, no, focus back on 69. Even though you were focusing originally on 919, it was happening first, and then switching to 616. The 69 is more relevant, more important, because you do have to connect in the inner world before you can focus on the external world. And I think that's really important, because that's the best way to find inner balance more often than not, and to address what's going on within yourself. Honestly, I feel like they're asking me to add numbers together. So let's add. Sometimes adding is really useful. So if you add 6 plus 9, it's going to be 15. And then, okay. So we're going to be aware of it. I don't think 15 is relevant. I'm going to put that down. But altogether, 6, 16, and plus 919 is 1535. So you're going to take a step in the right direction, and it's going to lead to a big change, like a magical, deep change, and that's going to lead to a bigger change. So it's just like, not like, it's like I hear the song, one way or another, I'm gonna find you, I'm gonna find you. So you're gonna find something, like I feel like there's a rhythm to it, like you're going to find your inner harmony and your natural groove, and you're gonna become something really fabulous, which I think is awesome. And when you, like, I don't want to fixate too much on Mr. Bean, but I think you are uncomfortable with yourself. very much so. But that's how you win, is by through your authenticity and allowing yourself to be comfortable with who you are. Because pretending to be something you're not is not going to work. It's not going to work for the long run. All right, so I want to kind of finish off by talking about angel numbers, like kind of regurgitating a little bit of something, because you do develop a relationship with numbers. I know you're like there's a lot of different ways we can develop a relationship with numbers, but I think like start easy, focus on what you feel called to, and that feels like you feel deeply connected to. Like for me, I'm very deeply connected to 67 ever since I had a dream about it. I had this number like glued in my brain because of having a dream that I was walking and the storm happened, and no matter what happened, like I was safe. And I remember looking down and yellow was the number 67, and like there was chaos all around me, but I was fine. And so ever since then, whenever I see like a shit ton of 67s, I'm like, I'm good, like I'm fine. And so sometimes angel numbers can appear in dreams. Sometimes you'll have like a flash, like image of a number come through. Sometimes you'll just see it on repeat in your world. Sometimes you'll just meditate and you'll feel uncontrollably drawn to a number. I know that sounds silly, like, but it's true. And then over time, you're gonna do your research, you're gonna like develop a relationship with these numbers, you're gonna understand them better, you're gonna like intuitively have a sense. Like whenever I see 9, I always think of like 9 of cups, like wish fulfillment, but I also too like think of higher purpose, like higher mission. Like I'm like when you see 1, you're like, oh well, that's new beginnings more often than not. 0 is like the end and the beginning all at once. Because 9, then 0, and then 0, then 1. So like it's in, like it's the lobby. It's the number of lobbies. Like you're not in the basement. You're not on level 1, 2, 3. You are in the lobby where you have to enter the door and go to that little, you have to go to the desk to say, okay, hey, I'm here. I have a room, a reservation. This is the room number, this is my information. They'll give you your keys, so you develop an understanding of these numbers, right? And then further down the road, sometimes what will happen is you'll be like, you'll hear messages in them. Like, not all the time, like that doesn't happen all the time, but I feel like you'll know also too when there's not a message in a number, like 15, when I looked at it, when I did 6 plus 9, and I was like, there's no message there. That's just me kind of like seeing if there is anything, and there was nothing there. And so you'll know when to drop something. You're like, nah, I don't know. It's like, But yeah, this was really supposed to be a channel message, by the way. Like, I mean, I think there's a little itty bitty in that, but it was like, yeah, I think that's it. I don't think we have to do any much more. Happy holidays for you all. Please like, comment, subscribe. Anything you do really helps this channel. It really does. And I wouldn't worry about what you do or do not see on this channel. I'm kind of too much of a Sagittarian to pin down. I basically talk about whatever feels right to me. Sometimes I have some channel messages. Sometimes I'm talking about theories, ideas, thoughts, philosophy, storytelling, mythology and storytelling at the same time. Sometimes there's a channel message in my storytelling. And sometimes, on a rare occasion, I am talking about tarot. Once I get to 50 subscribers, I will probably, when I say probably, will force myself to get a Patreon page going. where you might hear draft videos and things like that. Wouldn't that be nice? And here and there, I'm trying to do shorts and doing things, you know, but your support makes a lot more happen at an accelerated level. And that's all you really need to do is just like, comment, subscribe, share, things like that. You know, if you liked actually these numbers, please tell me down below which angel number is really special to you. Like, what's your favorite and why? Can you tell me why? Tell us, tell the class what makes your heart sing about it. All right, love and light, may me blessed be, amen, to good health and to loses.